Hi everyone! Welcome to today's presentation. My name is Keir and I'm the Director of Operations at Bosner Health. Today I'm going to give you an overview of how to navigate your insurance policy to make sure that you're receiving the treatment you need with full transparency. Many of you may not be aware of vital information regarding your extended healthcare benefits that could radically transform the state of your health. At Bosner Health, we consider your extended healthcare benefits plan as an amazing bonus you receive for investing in your health. Although we would never consider basing how much you invest in your health on your benefit maximums, it's an excellent way to supplement your health needs and continue to live your best life. Most importantly, do you have an extended healthcare benefits package? Many employers offer benefits packages to ensure that their employees are performing at their best. It is in their and your best interest for you to stay healthy and happy. Usually, your place of work will have provided this information to you upon hiring in a manual or using an online app. However, there are some specific details that may only be answered by email request or phone call. Please note that insurance companies will only provide coverage information directly to the policyholder or a dependent listed on the policy, for example, a spouse, cohabitant, etc. You may also request your human resources contact at your company for more information, as they are often well informed in this regard. It is also important to note that a health clinic does not have any control over your policy's coverage, parameters, or requirements. Your benefits package should cover you for a variety of paramedicals. Paramedical services include chiropractic care, physiotherapy, acupuncture, massage therapy, as well as others such as naturopathy, osteopathy, athletic therapy, and more. The paramedical services that are included in your policy are specific to your coverage. You may not be covered for all of the paramedical services listed, so it is important to find out which paramedical services you have coverage for. Most paramedical services have specific regulations, procedures, and policies they must abide by as mandated by their regulatory college. Let's talk about initial appointments. You will notice that many practitioners require you to complete an initial assessment before seeing them for regular treatments. This intake process is often mandatory for each individual service, which is why you may find yourself completing separate initial appointments with different types of practitioners. As a general rule, you'll only have to complete an initial appointment within a specific service one time. However, if you go to the same type of practitioner at another clinic, you will most likely have to complete another initial assessment. Often, if you do not go to treatment for over a year, you are required to complete another initial assessment. Re-exams. Re-exams are only requested upon completion of a treatment plan that would require a reassessment for possible continued care or when a patient has not been in for treatment in over 6 months. Treatment plans. Treatment plans are recommended based on the individual need or the treatment required to achieve desired results. Spousal coverage. If you're covered under your own plan as well as a spouse's plan, you must exhaust your own coverage for each treatment before being covered by your spouse's plan. All parameters will apply based on the specifics of each policy. If you're covered under a spouse's plan only, most likely you have the same coverage as your spouse. This coverage usually isn't a shared amount, but completely separate of your spouse's usage. One of the most important questions you can ask is at what percentage are you covered for paramedical services? Many plans will offer 80 to 100% coverage, but the parameters we'll get into next may affect the actual coverage. Maximums can be tricky to navigate when it comes to learning more about your extended healthcare benefits coverage. Let's talk about what that means. Yearly maximums. Many extended healthcare benefit plans offer coverage over a calendar year, which means your benefits would renew each January. Some companies will base their coverage on their quarterly schedule, which may mean that your benefits renew on a different timeline. Other companies will base your yearly coverage as of your hiring date or your start date. Regardless, you will want to know when your plan renews so you can make the most out of your benefits package. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. It is nice to know, first of all, if each individual service has a daily maximum. Next steps are that each insurance company will actually have what they term reasonable and customary rates for initial and subsequent treatments for each paramedical service. Both of these maximums may affect the parameters of your coverage. For example, a benefits plan may cover you at 100% with a daily maximum of $25. In this case, the details are important for full transparency. Lastly, are these maximums for each individual paramedical service, or are some or all of these services lumped together? Sometimes there are extra details that are supportive to know. Although many of these requirements are rare, all insurance policies are different, so it can be important to know some of these details. Do I have to pay a deductible amount before my coverage kicks in? Do I need a doctor's referral? If so, how long do I have to get one? This would most likely be an MD's prescription, and in some cases, as long as the prescription is written within a year of the covered treatment itself, this requirement will be satisfied. Do I have a healthcare spending account? If so, how can I use this account and how much is it for? The best part about having a healthcare spending account is there are much more open parameters on how it is spent. This is another great bonus to having an extended healthcare benefits plan. There may also be supportive products that are dispensed at our clinic that you might have coverage for. For example, your feet set the tone for the rest of your body. Properly supporting them can reduce or even end any pain you're experiencing in your calves, knees, hips, and even your back. Orthotics are life-changing for anyone experiencing lower body pains and spend long hours on their feet. You'll want to know the following information about your orthotics coverage. Do I need an MD, a chiropractor, or a chiropodist's referral? Can my orthotics be dispensed by a chiropractor? At what percentage are my orthotics covered? What are the reasonable and customary rates for an initial and subsequent appointment? How often am I eligible for a new pair? At the end of the day, each policy is different regardless of the company you're employed with or the insurance company you're covered with. If you've been afraid to take advantage of your benefits because you don't have the transparency to make proper use of them, let this information empower you to use this to improve your health and your overall quality of life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on our social media channels by looking us up at Bosner Health.